Alright, welcome back to Roguetech, and welcome back to Challenge Run, no tech, no mechs. So, I checked between episodes, and I'm going to quickly jump in and do what with the Halaplas. What I decided to do. I just jumped to the episode where I was looking at it. We're actually going to drop the Warfare Suite. We're going to give it Pharaoh. We're going to give it... Yeah, we need heat sinks, but we don't need those heat sinks because we are going to give it the engine core... No, not 240 gives us 3. And we'd have to go all the way up to 280 to... Okay, so we'd have to go above 280. So yeah, we'll... 240 is the one. Yep, that's 3. So then that lets us go and grab it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jump jet improved. And the jump juice booster pack. So now, despite it having a 240 core, where it can only go 3-4, it can jump for 7 hexes. And then, because it is now more mobile, we can give it the MRM 40. Or was it the 30? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Upper spiked? No. No upper spiked. I mean, there's also... Okay, well... It was the Clan Heavy. The large Clan Heavy. So that's 600 meters. That's 480 meters. And then ballistic weapons. We now have those AC-10 federated, which makes that interesting. Yeah, for ammo, we are going... we should go something like that. For ammo... Oh, I also forgot to put, like, support hardpoint stuff onto the... We'll do it later. Ooh, I could have given it a thermal exchanger, too. Instead of the extra heat sink, which means I could actually probably give it a... Okay. So we'll go back and mess with the other... the other mech. in a while. In a bit. For now... Oh, no, we don't want to use the fuel cell for Gauss. Gauss is cool. We don't need to reduce heat for that. Right, and we also need some kind of cockpit. Oh, actually, cockpit small advanced. Yeah, nice. Nice. And we need a fire control of some kind. Missile accuracy does kind of make sense here. Alright. Then we need sensors. And for sensors, we do have some clan sensors we can slap into it. Cool. This jump jet somewhere else. Should I put a heatsink in the arm? Both heatsinks in the arm. That's the only arm that I don't care about heatsinks, really. Give it case 2. For electronic warfare... Oh yeah, the partial wing system! Okay. Okay. I forgot we have the partial wing system. Wait a second. Can the partial wing system be used with lambs? I have to know. I have to know. I mean, I would imagine not, since they already have wings. But is it under equip or internals? Where is it? Yeah, can't be used with lambs. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Although actually it's gonna take so much of our side torso space. Okay. I'm actually gonna go back and rebuild the Urban Lord. Alright. Urban Lord. Yeah. Internals. Oh, wait. Can the Quicksil Warfare Suite? But it's such terrible ECM protection. Nah. Nah, we're gonna build the Urban Lord with actually electronic warfare. So, first things first. IFF Jammer Mark III. Thermal Exchanger. Clan Thermal Exchanger. We don't care about carry capacity. Alright. So... Oh, no. It's the regular Thermal Exchanger. The Clan Thermal Exchanger is the one that takes less carry capacity. Right. Now then. Stealth Armor. Boom. And now we need the... Warfare Suite. But we were kind of hurting for slots, weren't we? Yeah, because the IATMs took so many. Oh, boy. IATM. IATM. Right, we also changed the double heatsink kit for the radical risk. Yeah, we don't even need the extra heatsinks thanks to the exchanger. So yeah, that means if we have the slots for it, the we just need 3 slots. Oof. That's crazy. Yeah, neither of these takes less slots. I mean, I guess I could drop the Spall Lighter. And then it goes there nicely. Yeah, I think that's the play. And then I need the Thumper ammo. Thumper, Copperhead. Ooh, actually, that means we can also put a tag. Hello? Yes. Thank you. Actually, this is great. Ooh, actually. Small advanced cockpit. Which then lets us put the tagger in the head. And saves a ton. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so that means if we land the tagger, then we can... but tagger's shorter range. Well, it's only 60 meters short. That's only 2 hexes shorter. But no. We'll just use a regular tag. Which then means we don't need the cockpit small advanced. So we could actually use something else. Sure, clan sensors, why not? This is definitely where we put the missile accuracy now. Yeah. We don't even care if the thumper really hits as long as it's close. We don't really care about piloting. We don't really care about guts. So it's either the small advanced or nothing. We'll see. We'll see if we need the ton. Okay, back to ammo. Actually, first we'll grab the case 2. So we know we want the case 2. Oh, yeah. Case 2. There's also the arms actuator enhancement system. Could be fun. Yeah, we got the warfare suite going. Oh yeah, I forgot about the stabilized housing. Man, we're gonna be able to do some fun stuff. So we have the IFF jammer, we have the stealth armor, tag for the thumper copperhead, thermal exchanger. Okay. Now then. Alright. We could actually go Gyro XL as well. Yeah, I think so. Okay. IATM ER. IATM EMP. IATM High Explosive. IATM Inferno. IATM Inferno. I'm pretty sure that's how we had it. We just had the extra slots from the spall liner. The extra slot from the spall liner, so we had the ER in the leg. Wait. But I also had a bin of regular. Did I forget to put the case 2? Huh. Whatever. This is where we're at now. Alright. So yeah, with the 3 tons on the Warfare Suite, just add another 0.32 tons. This is more or less the build that I was doing, just with an IFF jammer, a thermal exchanger, 1 less heat sink, and a Warfare Suite instead of the Era 12. That said, our heat efficiency is so good at this point that I'm kind of tempted to use the small cockpit to fit in just like a single clanny or medium. .600 meters. That is basically our combat range. I would just need to save point. Actually, wait, do we have patchwork? We do have patchwork. Ah. And then shave off 0.28. Actually, if we're already using a slot for that, so we have 2 slots left. Endo composite is 5 slots. Endo steel is 7. There you go. There you go. That's it. That gets us there. I mean, that's a mech. That is a mech. And yeah, so if we're in a colder biome, we can use the ER medium. If we're in a hotter biome and we're not taking heat damage, we can use the ER medium. And then if we are in a situation where we start taking heat damage, we can just drop the ER medium and our delta... Yeah, our delta gets better. I like it. I like it. Validate. Confirm. Alright. Helepolis. Now that we know, you are definitely getting the partial wing system. Wait. Right. If I'm going to use the XXL gyro and the partial wing system, I basically don't have hard points anymore. Yeah, the XXL gyros are really hard to use unless you have something in the center torso that's like worth taking those slots and shifting them to the side torso, which we don't. We have like no support hardpoint stuff that needs that many slots. So yeah, we won't use the XXL. Alright, first thing. It was the 220? No, 244. Yes. That gives us just enough jump jet slots to use... actually, we want to use that hardpoint. 1, 2, 3, 4, and jump booster. And then partial wing system. Drop the Warfare Suite. Grab the AR-12 Sheath Beacon. Yeah, Client Cockpit. The +1 piloting actually does matter if we're going to be jumping a lot. What battle computers do we have? Energy range. Range is interesting. Ooh, actually, hold on. So we've got a crazy jumper. What if I go... Ah, right, but heat management is the main thing that we're bringing here. Binary laser has damage fall off, right? Yeah. So yeah, just large heavy. 600 meters. Respectable. And then the AIM 40 takes up that entire side torso now. Max range of 480 meters. And our Alpha Strike is still only 17. You know, this is probably one of the best rack mechs that I've seen so far. So we'll be able to spin up actually, we want, if we're going to be flying through the air, a gyro with better stability. Right? Which means we have the new, we have the new rack build. You take the rack 10 risk. Yeah, Gyro Dreadnought's great. We'll turn this into a melee mech. Do we have TSM? No. Cockpit hot seat? No. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna take that. Take that. Okay. Oh, it has reflective coating. We don't want to be meleeing with that. Alright. Anyway. Labeless. Labeless. First things first. Engine core. 240. Right? Yeah, 240. What am I looking for? Pharaoh. Probably figure out where to put case 2 if we can. Probably replace that with Van Endo. You know, I'm not even going to think about the Urban Lord. Whatever I did, it's done. Moving on. Gyro heavy for now. We'll see what we do with it later. Upper recoil. Oh, but the okay, well, first of all, yeah, partial wing system. We are going to have to put it on the arm, I think. But the battle computers are going to take so many slots. Also, we only need one of those. Gunnery, critical, jam, recoil, tracking, ballistic. Honestly, range. Yeah. Okay. Gunnery support B, definitely. Air 12 sheath beacon. Okay. Weapon. Rack 10 risk. If we spin it up to ×6, it has a heat generation of 54. Which means when we spin up to ×6, it has a heat generation of 10 in this mech. Yeah, this is a better build. This is a way better build. And the best part is it has the same max range as the Clan Heavy Laser. And it has a stable weapon squirt. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. Okay. We're already over tonnage, though. Oof. Oof. Upper recoil plus. Yep. Drop the upper spike. Give it an upper armored. Oh no, not upper armored. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Upper hardened. Minus 5% damage taken. Cool. Now we need a fire control advanced target computer, preferably inner sphere, but we don't have an inner sphere. So, clan it is. Cockpit. I think saving the ton is going to be more valuable than the one piloting. Like, we are jumping a lot, but... That's the thing, though. Jumping, and then firing the rack. It's going to be interesting, for sure. For sure. Ooh, actually. I'm going to take a Rack 5 off the other Wolverine. Instead of the large heavy laser, we're going to take the combat shield. And we're going to take a Rack 5 off the other Wolverine. So now it's got 64 shots for this Rack 5. We'll come back to it. Alright. Helepolis. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Honestly, gyro stability double plus. Save some tonnage. It still gives us very similar benefits. The numbers are just slightly smaller. 240 core? I have to check every time, but yeah, it's 240 core. Jump jets. Jump jet improved. Jump jet improved. Jump jet improved. Jump jet improved. And then jump booster pack. Okay. Fire control. Advanced targeting computer clan. With a battle computer ballistic. Battle computer critical. Battle computer gunnery. Battle computer range. Battle computer recoil. And battle computer tracking. With a battle computer jam in the center. Okay. Drop the upper spikes. Must be installed in the side torso. Okay. We only need one of those. That one. So then, give it the Air 12 sheath beacon. Give it the partial wing system. Madness. Then we give it the Rack 10 risk. Yeah, won't fit there, but it will fit there. Rack 5 barely fits there. But then we need to give it ammo. I want this to work so badly. But I don't think it will. I want it to work so badly, but I don't think it could be a jumper. I don't think it can be a jumper. But if it's not a jumper, then it can absolutely be tanky. Right, cockpit. Cockpit small. Gunnery B. Perfect. Alright. Don't need to give it a thermal exchanger. The heat efficiency is never going to be a problem. So we definitely give it advanced optics and thermal vision. Nice. And as far as this, yeah, the problem is just the tonnage. And part of that is the fuel cell. But if I give it the 215 back, it has 2.4. $220 doesn't help that much. So 240 is the point where it actually starts getting seriously viable. Okay, the Rack 5 was ambitious. The Rack 5 is too much. Oof. Give me a moment. I'm actually going to reload the save, put the Rack 5 back in the one Wolverine. Just be right back. Alright, so I realized whenever I was rebuilding, after reloading and making sure that I didn't mess with the double Rack 5 Wolverine, I realized, A, that the other Wolverine had both the Dreadnought Gyro, which gave Bulwark when braced, as well as the Combat Shield, which gives Bulwark when in cover or braced. And I realized that when I was building the Urban Lord, I had a ton left over because I forgot to put the engine heatsink +1 back in, so its cooling is even better now. And here I am, trying so hard to make this work. I've been wiggling back and forth with extra tonnage whenever I put Clan Indo instead of the Indo Composite. Switch back and try to put the Spall Liner. I need one slot for the engine heatsink, and I don't have it. If I could save one slot somewhere, some way, then I could have this work. It's going to be a tanky boy with the upper hardened and the stability gyro, as well as the Spall Liner. But I think I'm going to have to drop the arm system, which without a military Mechwarrior, it's still just baseline had -5 recoil. So 2 recoil per shot above 2, which meant that we could fire at 5 with 1 recoil, or if we had a military Mechwarrior, we could fire at ×5 with 0 recoil with this beauty, because of the stable weapons, the upper recoil, the battle computer recoil, and the arm system. So close. I mean, I could drop the large heavy for a 2-slot energy weapon that also only weighs 4 tons. So basically, instead of a large heavy, we'd be going with a Clan ER large. Large Clan Pulse is 6. Clan ER large is still 4, but it's only 50 damage at 900 meters instead of 80 damage at 600. Which, yeah, I switched back to the 215 core to try to make this work. I could also just drop the Spall Liner, which, realistically, yeah, that's better than dropping the damage of the heavy laser or the actuator enhancement system. Because that's -1 recoil and +1 accuracy for the Rack 10. Very good. Very, very good. I don't even know if the Spall Liner 5% stacks multiplicatively or additively with the upper hardened. So it might not even be a full 5% if I have both. Yeah, that gives me the ability to then put a slightly larger core in. Or, actually, I can keep the 215 core, because it also gives me the slot to put in the heatsink. And now we've got 2 slots and just under 2 tons, but we also have patchwork, so if we have something that needs 2 tons in one slot, then... Oh, I'm so close to this being amazing. So close, and yet so far away. Spall liner, we don't have the slots for it. I mean, I guess I could go back to Clan Indo and just try to put a bigger core in it. Clan Indo takes 2 more slots than the Indo composite. So I'm pretty sure that is what I had at some point. I could also just use 3 improved heavy jump jets. Just to give it a jump. Get over stuff. But it just feels so bad putting 4.5 tons towards... Oh wow, 4.5, yeah, no. That's too much. So we'd be able to put 1 jump jet. Nope, that's not worth it. And again, yeah, the whole point of this is the large heavy laser is 54. The Rec 10 risk is 56. Or 54. Yeah. So the heat efficiency... Actually, I could just drop this. It's double this. Meaning our Alpha Strike will be 20 heat if we're going times 6 on the rack. That's amazing. I mean, this does work. I literally could just armor up the rest of the way. Ooh, actually, how much did the gyro heavy cost? Ah, an extra ton too much. I mean, unless I wanted to, like, drop the battle computer range, which is only adding 2 hexes to the max range, and 1 hex to the optimal range. If I drop battle computer range, that would actually let me bring the heavy gyro. Toss in the patchwork tier 2. Oh, not on that side. Chill. Patchwork tier 2. Like, this works. It's minus 25 stability damage to self when firing large weapons. Flat, minus 25. 8 stability damage to self per fired shot. Reduced by piloting and unit tonnage. So, fired per shot. So at most, at times 6, again, not firing times 7 for the potential to misfire the weapon. Times 6 would be 48 stability damage. Reduced by piloting and unit tonnage. And then minus 25. So we should take very little stability damage from firing the Rec 10 risk. We'll have very little recoil, if any. Because if we spend down to times 4, again, the minus 1 recoil. Oh, and also minus 15 stability damage to self when firing large weapons. I'm pretty sure this means we never deal stability damage to ourselves with the Rec 10 risk, even if we're firing times 6. Which means the tonnage on the gyro heavy might not be necessary. I'd hate to use it, because that's 3 tons we can use on something, surely. Like right now we only have 1 slot, but that's because we have the patchwork. Without the patchwork we have 3 slots. We have 3 slots. Spall liner? Oh, right, got it right down there. Spall liner? Spall liner. Now we have 1 ton and no slots. how much more is a 220 core over the 215? 0.7 tons. Does that actually matter? 73 110 versus 71 107. No, it basically doesn't matter. Actually, if it matters that little, what about a 195 core? Okay, 195 core brings us to 2.3 instead of 2.4. What about a 200 core? 2.4. Okay, so a 200 core gives us about the same movement as the 215, but it saves us 3 tons. Interesting. But, once again, slots. And this is slots with the composite. Yeah, we have 3.4 tons. What can we do with 3.4 tons? Like, obviously we'll need slots somehow. Somehow we'll need to get slots. But, yeah, 2.4 instead of... Isn't it 2.4? Why is it saying down? I guess if we're going uphill, we'll only go 1.4 or 1.3 or something. But, yeah, with the 200 core, it's 66 meters 107 or 100 instead of 70 107 or something like that. So that saves us so much tonnage though because of the fuel cell. Oh, that's what we do. Okay, we need to find 3 slots because if we can find 3 slots, that gives us... Okay, switching the large heavy to the ER large heavy, or to the ER large, would give us 2 slots. Man, we're so close. I guess we could just go with jump jets instead of the spall liner. And then drop the thermal vision in favor of the jump booster. Oh, right. The jump booster counts as 1. So we would have a total jump of 5.2. Which is still farther than the move or sprint, especially with that engine core. Is there an engine core lower that will still give us the ability to have 2 jump jets? 195, yes. We'll just need another slot for a heatsink, which doesn't go well. The idea was to try to also have, if we can drop the composite, and we can give it the spall liner with the jump jets. Nope, want to keep that. Want to put that there. So we're at 75.77. We could put a patchwork to save 0.4. Like, we are so close to doing something crazy here. Also, yeah, I found out that Case 2 just works with Pharaoh Clan. There is apparently no more Clan Case or Clan Case 2. There is no error. So all this time that I've been looking for Clan Case 2, it doesn't exist anymore, which is cool. It was annoying trying to have to find it. Yeah. I mean, I highly doubt that, like, a 145 core. Yeah, no. 195 core is the smallest we have that will have 3 improved jump jet slots. Which means we need to save 0.7. mean, genuinely? Does the upper armored weigh a little bit less? 0.38 versus 0.7? 10% armor and structure would be an extra 6 structure and 12 armor. But, eh? I mean, we're getting way better resistance to critical hits from the Spall liner, so... Actually, just dropping the upper hardened and putting it on a different mech gives us the tonnage. That does it. That does it. We have 2 slots to spare. Okay, so now I'm curious if I can... So Clan Pharaoh is only saving us 2.78. So it's actually not as good as Clan Indo. We can just toss Clan Armor to replace the primitive. And if we do that... but then our ammo doesn't all fit with the case 2 in the same slot because we would need... Okay, actually, hold on. So I'm thinking of the wing system, the partial wing system. It gives plus 30% maximum jump distance. So if our jump distance is 5.2, that's only giving 1.5. That's actually a lot. I mean, obviously it's 30%, but like going from 5.2 to maybe 7, that's massive. That is massive. But it also weighs 3.75 tons. And again, we would need 3 slots on each side door, so. So... I don't think we can do it. If we weren't doing the crazy battle computer shenanigans, yeah, maybe. But, you know, it's fine, because we also have the 7 other improved jump jets that we can put on something that doesn't need the jump booster. Okay. Okay. So, Spall liner. Get back on here. Okay. Yeah, the gyro stability double plus is probably all we need. The gyro heavy would be another ton. Oh. The increased weight is based on the engine rating. So the fact that we've dropped down to a 195 means it weighs less. So if we need the extra stability reduction after our first test mission, we can literally just drop a battle computer. Probably the battle computer ballistic would be the first to go. And then replace the gyro stability double plus with the gyro heavy. Yeah. I think I'm actually going to drop it just like this. Once I can in 16 days. And see what kind of self-stability damage it does. And we definitely need a lucky military Mechwarrior to put in here. And with the +2 offensive push accuracy and the extra 4% called shot per battle computer, we're actually looking at a very, very comfortable, like, just... You know, I should probably actually put the jump jets in the side torso. That way, if we lose a leg, we can still jump with all of our jump distance. But yeah, should be quite tanky. And if we don't need the extra stability from the gyro heavy, then that lets us put the upper harden back in. Yeah, I think this actually does it. Okay. Yeah, because we didn't really need to reduce the armor weight. Like, we needed the slots more than the armor weight reduction. Yeah, so now we have the Rack 10 Risk with less recoil, less stability damage to self, and a large heavy laser. Pretty good. There's so many other things I could have done with this, but like, this is the most heat that I can get off of a ballistic weapon. There's no other ballistic weapon that is anywhere close to spinning up the rack to ×6 or even ×7 and generating 54 or 63 heat. Like, yeah. Especially for the tonnage. Like, it's only 14 tons. The Ultra 10 does 18 heat at 10 tons, but yeah, there's also a world where I could have tried to make the Rack 2 work. Especially realizing now that I actually can make the slots. Hold on. No. I would have to give up the jumping. For sure. If I wanted to try to... You know, I could also put the battle computer range back in. Yeah, I can do that. I think that's probably the best we can do. Advanced optics is pretty good, 150 meter zoom. Negates no visual within 100 meters, so... yeah, be able to detect mines, +1 gunnery. Yeah, we don't need +1 gunnery from the Fire Control Mark II because we also have the Battle Computer Gunnery, which is +2 max that you can raise gunnery by. Cool. Yeah. So now our max range is 660 because of the Battle Computer range. And again, we have 5.2 jump distance. That is a fun little build. Alright. And in 16 days, we'll finally be able to drop it. Yeah, I just need money. So I can finish building all the things. And this Wolverine, yeah, I left the combat shield, I dropped the gyro dreadnought because I'm going to put the Gyro Dreadnought on a melee mech that can brace after melee and get the extra 10% damage reduction that way. This has reflective coating, so it is definitely a shooty mech. But what kind of shooty mech are we going to build here? It has one ballistic hardpoint. Ooh. Ooh. Hyper Assault Gauss? I mean, it's not the fastest, but... That's a long range. Oh, it doesn't need to be fast, actually. Ooh. Combat Shield. Hyper Assault Gauss. And then like an AMS. We don't have any heavy Gauss ammo, do we? No. Alright. So we have to leave the silver bullet Gauss sitting there. There is a Blackwell just through armor damage. Or Gauss Rifle Northstorm, which does AoE damage, but that's an option. Also, I definitely will be armoring up again. Gyro XXL would save 2 tons. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we have the reflective coating. Spall liner? Spall liner with the reflective coating and the combat shield? No. Right, we're also going to need a double bin of Gauss ammo. No, I think I'd rather run the Gauss on a double Gauss build. But yeah, if we're using the combat shield on our left arm, if it's active, we can't use any of the energy hardpoints. We can't use the missile hardpoint. We can't use the support hardpoint in the head. We would only have 1 support and 1 ballistic. That's tough. That's very, very tough. I mean, there's always an AC-20, but I think I dropped the combat shield. I think I moved the combat shield to a different mech so I can use all the hard points. Alright. Here we are. We have a Radical. We have a Clan XL engine. Right now we have the heatsink removal -1, but if we need more slots, we can change that. If we have a lot of slots left over, we can actually increase that. What energy weapons? LBX laser. Along with, I think we have an LB10. LB10. And the LB10, we have Slug and Cluster. And Lead Slug. And each one of those is 10 shots, so that's already 20 rounds. Okay. Very good against flying units. Very, very good against flying units. We've still got 2 more energy hard points. Our max range is 720 and 600. So we're going to give ourselves, what? Like, we've got the Radical Double Heatsink kit. Ah, but those are 2 slots. Okay. Then... Clan Large Pulse, actually? Hold up. Again, very high accuracy. We're already very splashy. So, it doesn't... We're not looking for pinpoint here. And it's actually even longer range than the other 2. That makes me wonder what the range on Clan Medium Pulses are. Small Pulse... Medium X Pulse is only 360. I knew that. Ah, here we go. Clan Medium Pulse. Give me the tooltip for the Medium Pulse. Thank you. 480. I mean... I think I'm just going to keep the Clan Large Pulse. Like, our heat efficiency is down. We have a delta of 11 now. But... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we able to make this work? Extra double heatsink. Extra double heatsink. Extra double heatsink. We are at -4 heatsink removal. 4 clan double heatsinks. Now we're out of slots. Unfortunate. Yeah, now we're out of slots. So... Alright, let's put the engine heatsink -1 back in. Actually, wait. We did have a -2, right? Yeah, we did have a -2. Okay. Nice. And then I can just use patchwork. Upper hardened. That's just 5% damage reduction. Which means in addition to the 50% energy, we'd be getting 5% on everything else. And we have the tonnage for it. I was thinking of like stripping down some armor to give us an extra Clanniar medium. But like, an extra Clanniar medium is nice. Extra 30 damage, sure. But taking less damage? I think that's more worth it. Oh, right, I was going for... Never mind. I was going to strip it down for cooling, not an extra... Yeah. That's right. Doing too many things all in one shot. Okay. Also, we can move the Guardian ECM to the center torso. So yeah, we shave off 0.32 tons, and we have a heat delta of 5, a ton of accuracy against flyers. Actually, you know what? The large pulse is 20 times 3. 20 times 3 at a longer range than the other weapons we're running. I think I put the Guardian ECM side torso, and I actually go with 2 Clanniar mediums. Because those are each 30, that's the same damage. It's just in 2 instances instead of 3. And it's at the shorter range that we're fighting at anyway. So then that leaves us with 3 tons. So now we actually can go back to the upper hardened. Ooh, that's cool. You can actually go upper armored on the other arm so that our shield arm on the side we're more likely to have facing enemies is going to have an extra, well, 4.5 structure, but an extra 9 armor. That's kind of interesting. Or... we We do have the carry capacity. Do the same thing as the other. Nah, this one isn't jamming ever. This one does not have weapons that jam. So AMS then. That's the next thing my brain goes to. Laser AMS is too many slots, I think. 2 slots. And it also generates more heat. Whereas the AMS Mark II, we just move a double heatsink to the other side torso. And we have ammo. We have tonnage for ammo. Caseless. AMS amp. Now we need slots. Oh, okay. Okay. So now we would need slots. All right. Yeah. Let's get that AMS and AMS Mark II out of here. You know, we can put it back to engine heatsink removal -1, which just gives us more cooling. We also could give it an exchanger. But, no, I'd rather save the exchanger for something heavier. I actually do like the idea of the upper armor on the shield arm. Oh, we don't have probe. Probe would be good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna use some tonnage on a probe, and we're gonna figure out what we're doing that way. We would need 1 extra slot for the Bloodhound probe. Light active probe is like nothing. Like, not that it's nothing, but huh. Sensor, sight distance, and sensor check bonus. So for every C3 slave, the C3 master gets a bonus. And for every C3 master, the slaves get a bonus. Huh. I should definitely be using that. Okay. I mean, there's also an argument to be made for just dropping the engine heatsink removal completely. And now I'm heat neutral. And actually, now I can put the light active probe in. Yeah. And I could either strip 0.15 tons of armor, or I could just give it patchwork. There we go. Yeah. This is obviously no longer Wolverine. Yeah, I've tried to think of something clever, but I can't. I think it's just anti-air Wolvie. Oh, we haven't put any cockpit components in. Huh. Oh, we don't really need piloting. Don't really need guts. Enables targeting of up to 3 units. That could be useful. Oh, right, that's right, it has tonnage. It's not just the cockpit components. Okay. Like, I don't really need the fire control standard plan. Nothing here really cares about gunnery, other than just the base hit chance. I have no sensors upgrade. I He has reflective, so he should not be in melee. I mean, thermal vision? In case somebody's running hot? I don't know. No, I think I'm gonna give him bolt on. Ooh, I could give him a handheld weapon, because he doesn't have a weapon in his left arm. Okay, hold up. Handheld weapons. Okay. 16 ton, definitely not. 3 ton? 3 ton. Cannot be fired at flying targets, though. I mean... Let's give him a bolt-on his left torso. Oh no, the advanced optics... Yeah, the case 2 should be on the side that had... Well, no, if I've already fired it, it doesn't matter. So we'll just have to fire it early. So we don't want the LAA. Because it's streak, so it'll still be there until it hits. Even though LAA is very good against flying targets. We could go with bolt-on tandem. So we've got 5.5 total tons. We've got stuff that's handheld that's 1, 2, or 3 tons. So... 3 ton, 1.5 ton. I mean, I do want to give it the LEA. Like, this mech is very good against airborne targets. And then if it's an airborne target that only has 10 structure, well... Nah. AMS flare. Yeah. That's good. That's the bolt-on we use. And then... Ooh, we could actually use bolt-on AMS, but... Nah, it's fine. And then the grenade gun. No, the grenade gun should go on something that has heat. I guess the laser rifle then. Which means we can actually go with the bolt-on AMS instead of the AMS flare. It's pretty good. Just a little bit of extra protection. Especially since we take extra area of effect damage. So... but... Again, the benefit of the bolt-on rockets is we can just launch them off. And then not have to worry about ammo explosions. So otherwise I need to move the advanced optics over so that I can give the bolt-on AMS ammo the same protection from the case 2 in the same location. Is that okay? Am I okay with that? I think I'm okay with that. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Deal. Although at that point, I might as well put the LAA missiles on. Because the main reason I wasn't wanting to is if I don't fire them, they're ready to be crit and blow up from the case, or without case. So, yeah. There we go. Advanced optics. Bunch of anti-air stuff. And that actually means instead of the 2 ton, we could go with the 3 ton. But, no, I think we leave it at that. And I mean, it works. It does work. Actually, we should probably put the advanced optics somewhere else. We're already getting tons of accuracy from the LBX and the LBX. So, we can give something advance its optics and give this thing. We got 2 tons left of Actually, we could trade the laser rifle, which is only 360 meter max range, for the laser pistol, which is 240, or the firebomb, or not great options really for handhelds. I mean, I do kind of like the idea of the bolt-on still. Yeah, I'm gonna use the bolt-on. So we've got protection against missiles. And then the left arm really is just a shield arm. I mean, I guess we can give it the laser pistol, whatever. It's not like we're gonna have another place to use the laser pistol anytime soon. Sure. Alright, and for 347,000, that gives us the new Wolverine. I wonder how many tons the Gyro XXL would save. A lot, actually. More than I was expecting. 2.25 tons. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna put those heat sinks back. Heat sink. Yeah, we're good. Do we have any cockpit components? Anything at all? I mean, I guess we could give it the clan fire control standard. Might as well. Clan cockpit, no. But yeah, this is good. It's good. Alright. And now that we spent the whole day in the Mechbay, let's get to the Centurion. Let's finally build this into something, because I know exactly what I want to do with it now. Drop the ER medium. Okay. If I give it the Hyper Assault, very high crit, lots of weapon rolls. Can I also give it the Gauss Rifle North Star? Oh no, that's right. The Hyper Assault. Okay, never mind. Let's do double Blackwell then. Can we do double Blackwell? We would only have 6 tons for an engine core. No, I'm sorry. 4 tons because... Oh, and then we also don't even have max armor. Okay, nah. Let's go back to the Silver Bullet, or the Hyper Assault 20. Alright. Gauss. Hyper Gauss. I forget how ammo works on the Hyper Gauss. I know it's the Hyper Gauss 20, 30, 40. I forget whether that means it uses 2 ammo per for the Hyper 20. So we'll see if it's using 2 per. And then in addition to that, because the Hyper 20 does have a 60 meter minimum range, we're going to want max armor. Actually, I can keep it a little safer and actually give the Centurion like a friggin' axe. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. Alright. So, Gauss rifles all have a minimum range. The Ultras, on the other hand, do not. Okay. Yeah. Ultra... Ultra 10. So a single bin is 10 shots. So we need 2 bins or a double bin. Okay. We now have enough for 11 alpha strikes of Ultra 10. And now if I give it... Okay, I only have 2 missile hard points, so... MRM 30. With... I mean... I can actually negate one of the recoil. I'm making this a melee mech. Also, it's easy to pilot, so, of course. I just need to be able to put a weapon on it that it can handle with one hand. Which is tough. Because it only has 2.5 available per hand. So I would need TSM or something like that. Okay. Right, and I would need ammo for the MRM as well. I was thinking of going Apollo. So I think I have like 1 bin of MRM Apollo. Yeah. 240. Actually, can I fit the MRM 40? I'm going to start with the MRM 40 and the Apollo attachment. So that would leave 9.5 tons. The Apollo ammo would fire 6 times? Yeah, 6 times. So I need 1 more bin of ammo to be safe. Uh, 120, half. So that would be another 3 alpha strikes, so we'd be up to 9 alpha strikes. I only have 1 bin of incendiary, but that's okay. Alright. So we have an MRM 40. Actually, no. We should go slug. So we can either do a bunch of stability damage, which normal 26, double, so 54. That's enough to knock somebody unsteady. And then the Ultra 10 doing an additional 20. Yeah, that'll knock somebody unsteady. Okay. It really is a shame that it doesn't have 2 hands. And then as far as engine cores go, if we are going to eventually give it a hatchet or something. Ooh, wait. Grippy hand. Does Grippy hand let us actually use a 4-ton whatever? No. Grippy hand on its own is not enough. And lower melee does not actually increase the amount. Oh? Okay. That gets us closer. 3.375. I don't suppose... No. Oof. Yeah, total usage 4 out of 3.875. Yeah, we don't have anything else that would give it a little bit more carry capacity. That's rough. Oh well. Okay. So, if that's not possible, it's not possible to take advantage of the extra piloting melee. Is this the mech we make fly? Partial wing system. Also, we have no electronic warfare. I know it doesn't have an engine core yet. I know. We have standard, like, jump jets. I thought improved jump jets were universal. I thought we only had 7. I guess they are different? Right, just for now, let's just drop the info. Just hypothetically, something crazy. We would need a... Okay, a 265 core. We could actually put 8 improved jump jets. With the partial wing system. Which means that our jump hex would be 12. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. And honestly, if we move the Ultra and the MRM-40 to the arms, we could then give it an XL engine, which would help. So we'd also need to go to Clan Pharaoh and Clan Indo. It'd still be 10 tons over. Alright, so now that we have that idea, we can drop the MRM-40 down to the MRM-30. Drop the Apollo attachment. And just give it regular MRM ammo. Which actually doesn't do much. Turns out the MRM-40 was not the problem. It's just the tonnage of the mech. Okay, so drop the crazy jumping idea. Or do we? Maybe we drop the crazy weapons idea. And we start with the jumping. And then we figure out where to go next. Okay. Like jump jet. Like jump jet. Improved. 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 Okay. So if we do that, gyro double XL just to save a little bit more tonnage. So that is like over 2 tons. And it does have an energy hardpoint center. So... binary lasers are fun. I mean, it's a ton of heat. We definitely have to do something about the heat. But binary weapons, or binary lasers can be very fun. We do still have large heavy. We are able to jump 12 hexes. So maybe we don't worry about long range. Maybe we focus on, what, medium, short range? Like, we have ballistic hardpoints. The ballistic hardpoints are difficult to use, though. Unless... Okay. If we assume... Yeah, I'm going to drop the XXL gyro. I'd rather have the ability to put case and ammo in. And the extra 3 slots. So we're going to be able to get close, which means we need to use lighter weapons. Ammo... Do we even have heavy machine gun ammo? No, we do not. Okay. That's fine. We do have incendiary and regular machine gun ammo. Actually, we have incendiary and tracer. Awesome. And I did see that we do have a machine gun dual clan. We actually have 2 machine gun dual clan. So it's a 15% jam chance when firing. Okay. So the machine gun Blackwell is more damage instances compared to a regular machine gun. But the 3 damage instances does 10 damage. If you're firing times 5, then that means it's doing 15. Which is actually very similar. Actually, I think it's the same as a machine gun firing in burst mode, 555. Just it's 3 times 5, like 5 instances of 3. So it's just more instances with no downside. Or I can bring dual machine guns, which are 2 machine guns for the same hardpoint. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Alright. 2 dual machine guns. Check. Then I have ammo for them. Oh yeah, cool. I don't think I'm gonna need... Oh wait, that's right. We're generating a lot of jump heat. Yeah, 36 jump heat. Okay, we definitely need the radical. Oh, the radical takes away our engine heatsink slot. Okay. This is 100% worth putting a thermal exchanger on. Oh, thermal exchanger's weapons fire. Okay, thermal exchanger doesn't actually help. Not with jump. It'll help with the minimal heat from the weapons we're bringing, but... Okay. Then we're just gonna need heat sinks. Our engine can't handle any external heat sinks. We would need to run a 320. If we ran a 320, so that we could use the emergency coolant system +2. We could also add another improved jump jet, bringing our total jump distance to 13 hexes. And our heat efficiency, terrible, because even though we're cooling 81, our jump is generating 40. So... Why don't we... Okay. Max range of the dual machine guns is 120. We can easily get inside of 120. I have 2 energy hardpoints. I don't want to bring that heavy, like that hot of weapons. Because literally just firing the 1 medium improved heavy would actually take up the rest of our heat efficiency because of how much we're generating in each jump. Let's see. I mean, small lasers are also 120. But I would like this to be the longer range weapons. I mean, we could just go clanning our mediums. That's not that bad. Alpha strike at 36. We're cooling 81 per turn, so that's enough to shoot all of our stuff and jump. And then we still have 4.6 tons left for more armor. Leg armor is actually super important. And then back armor is also actually very, very important. Something like that. I know I don't have the money for this. I know. I'm sketching. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun watching as well. That leaves 3 tons, which means we could put something like... maybe we put the clan streaks here. Oh no. That's right, we have 3 of them. This is only 2 heartbeats. I mean... There's always rockets. Like, that is an option. Then we can actually use tonnage for electronic warfare. We don't have an ECM. That's so sad. Okay. So we need an ECM. We can make a 13 hex jump. 50 ton mech. Yeah, 55 is the maximum tonnage for these leg jump jets, so Centurion's gonna be our... The Centurion's gonna be our flying mech. You know, that doesn't require a special lamb pilot. Once we have the money. And we're gonna start working on that money again next episode. For now, that's been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, Have a good